Now time for the 7 things you'll be talking about today. Number 7.
Governor-elect, National Championship-winning Coach United States Senator Tommy Tuberville is speaking out against the Protect College Sports Act as it heads for a Senate vote, calling college sports a complete clown show. Can we stop using that analogy, please? Okay, I'm sorry. I hate it. With endless waivers and lawsuits for eligibility, which is what we're seeing right now, and arguing the bill will only make this problem worse, while pushing instead a narrow eligibility measure with 0 waivers or wiggle room. That's been his push. His push was always, look, you get 4 years of eligibility, then you're out. That's it. We're not doing 8 years and 75 teams and all this other stuff. So get on with your life. That's what he's going for. But yeah, he says that this is not something he's cool with. The SEC, the Big Ten have come out against it. We'll see if they're able to get it done. I think a lot of people just want this off their plate. But should the government be fixing this?
Number 6.
State Senator Arthur Orr said Alabama needs data centers, but we need to also be deliberate about it all. Warning against power rate increase and interference with other economic development while supporting a thoughtful, controlled approach rather than placing them on every corner. The water situation is something that keeps coming up, but there was a study done by CBS News that found data centers used 228 billion gallons of water in 2023. And that was about, with AI accounting for about 15 to 20%. Everyday activities such as growing food, irrigating lawns, and flushing toilets demand far more. And viral claims about AI's water use vary wildly because they measure different things and often lack nuance. Golf courses use more water than AI data centers. Do you guys know that? I didn't know that. I had no idea. On that. That's going to be an interesting wrinkle in the conversation, as if anyone's listening to it.
Number 5.
The world will find out if Democrat socialists are actually gaining momentum in the United States as Abdul El-Sayed leads in today's Michigan U.S. Senate primary against establishment favorite Haley Stevens. So that's where we're at in this. There is a DSA convention that recently went on and strategized the further takeover of the Democrat Party with a platform including abolishing the Senate and the police, as 1/3 of Democrats now identify as Democrat socialists. How come they never want to abolish the fire department? What's up with that? Why is the fire department okay? Anyway, Saeed says he's not a Democrat. He just, not a socialist. He just agrees with everything they do and say in campaigns with guys like, Hassan Piker and all that other stuff.
Number 4.
Alabama is investigating the idea of bringing Anthony Fauci before state courts for the COVID-19 response. I don't know. I don't know. Alabama has reportedly joined Florida and Louisiana in examining whether Dr. Anthony Fauci can be held accountable in state courts for nefarious actions committed during the COVID-19 pandemic. The 111 times that we've watched as he pled the fifth. I don't know, man. Good luck on this. I don't know exactly what that looks like. Okay, I don't know what that looks like, but the Attorney General said we will use all the tools his office said, we will use all the tools available to determine whether any laws were violated. I don't know. He got a federal pardon, not a state pardon, blah, blah, blah. You could go for him if you want, but I don't see this happening.
Number 3.
The National Education Association is suggesting that teachers, y'all may want to, chill out, all right? You might want to chill out. The NEA, the parent group of the AEA, is telling teachers, hey, why don't you stop getting on social media and wishing people dead? That it would be a good idea that you stop doing that, which I would suggest they do. I mean, it's just a good idea. You shouldn't wish people dead at all. Okay, don't do that. But as school is getting ready to start, they're having to remind your parents, your kid's teacher, not to wish other people dead. I don't know. It's like, hey, even having to make this clarification kind of is a problem, right? I mean, that's a bit of a problem, right? Okay, I'm just checking.
Number 2.
President Donald Trump said again that an Iran deal to reopen the Strait of Hormuz is imminent. Iran says, nah. He says that he's giving Tehran every last chance. They're like, eh. He says that foreign governments, Arab governments, said, hey, don't go hard yet. They all said, eh. And he canceled the strikes. He branded the Iranian leadership as unbelievably duplicitous, which is absolutely true. There is talk inside Iran about all the divisions between the IRGC and the actual leadership there, but who knows what's actually going on. They're also denying talks are even taking place, as some moderators and mediators say that there are, in fact, talks taking place. So, we're playing a game here. And we're just doing this whole thing where we're like, no, we're getting right to the break, and then, we'll back off a little bit.
Now, time for the number one thing you'll be talking about today.
Once again, Governor-elect National Championship-winning Coach United States Senator Tommy Tuberville has pledged that the cavalry is coming to clean up crime and spur economic growth in Montgomery and around the state of Alabama if he is elected governor. So he says, look, we're gonna get this stuff done, and we're gonna make this stuff work for the people in the state. And I gotta tell you, I think you're gonna have a far more active governor. Now, what that looks like, I don't know. I already don't like what I'm hearing from him on gambling, but he's telling you straight up where he is. There's not any guessing. The guy is talking all the time. He's talked about some things that are politically popular, some things that aren't. Now they think they've got him on the Social Security issue because he says it's a scam, which it is. And his critics are now pretending to be upset that records show a guy who's been paying in millions of dollars to Social Security taxes on millions of dollars into Social Security, that now that this guy is drawing $31,000 a year, that he's some sort of massive hypocrite. What's he supposed to do? Not take the money? What is he supposed to do? Like, sorry, I paid in hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes, which he has done. I'll do the math for you here in a little bit. But he's paid in hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes, and now he's not supposed to take Social Security? Thought you guys said Social Security's fine. Thought you guys said nothing to worry about. Everything's great. Now you're telling me that if Tommy Tuberville takes Social Security, that all of a sudden the whole system will fall apart? You're also telling me that because he said it's a scam and he wants to change it, he can't partake in it now? That doesn't even make any sense. It makes no sense. None. But there we are. That's what they're doing. So there we go. We got all these stories here we're going to talk about today. We got Todd Pyro coming up a little later in this hour. Keep it locked right here. I am Dale Jackson. You are not, but we'll be right back. And we got a lot to get into. Stay tuned.
Get WVNN's Dale Jackson's 7 Things You Should Be Talking About Today right in your email box every morning. Go to yellowhammernews.com and sign up today.